What's up, squad? We back at him again, man, when they thought it was finna end. Thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you forever locked in with your boy Stories with V. At this time, family, you already know what I need y'all to do for me. Like, share, comment, smash that subscribe button, y'all. Why? Come on, man. We on that road to 100K. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure. So listen, sit back, relax. You can take a seat on the bed or cop squad on the toilet seat. I got the rest of the show from here. To that one and only V squad. They know the motto, man. Listen, it ain't no squad like our squad because they don't mob how we mob. So with that being said, we're going to continue to push, mob, put them numbers up, and dominate 2024. It's our year. If you would like to support the channel through Cash App, boom, it's listed right there. If not, please join the membership, man. Exclusive content over there. You definitely want to get involved. If you would like to come on the show and tell your story or have a story told through V, jump in that comment section right now or DM me on one of my platforms. We would love to have you on. Without further ado, mob, y'all know what time it is. Let's jump into them V mob. Shout out to the day. Number one on the V mob list, man. Salute the Mega Ebony Lover. What it do, family? Number two on that V mob list, man. Salute the Randy Wagsburn. What it do, Randy? Number three on that V mob list, man. Salute the B Weston. What it do, mob? And number four on that V mob list, man. Salute the $50 8FY8. What it do, family, man? And welcome to the V mob family, because that's exactly what we all here, a family where we come together each and every day, tell an entertaining story, laugh, chill, vibe, take our minds away from whatever we got going on at the time, and try to prevent one person from ever spending one night inside that cell. So without further ado, mob, y'all know what time it is, man. Drug War, Part 2. Meet me over there. We already up and running. Let's go. What's up, squad? You made it. Let's jump into it, man. Drug War, Part 2. So now, man, as a young George just going through saying what he just seen, he rushes off to the ice cream truck. Now, fast forward in a couple years, George always got this. He always got the vivid picture of that incident happening. And he always lived with that motto of, man, this is the way that the streets really could be no matter which side of the fence you on, because now he just seen a picture do with a dude that's dealing in the game and a dude that's using in the game, we should say. So now that's both sides of the fence. Fast forward in a couple years, George already got his mind framed, and now he begins to come through the ranks. He jumps off the porch at the age of 16, beginning to sell drugs for the older dudes in his neighborhood. One being the dude that showed him his first body. So now as George jumps off the porch, he's starting to learn the ropes, and now he begins to go through the ranks. Now George, like I told you, he a West Baltimore dude. So his main thing is hustling, gunplay, and he want to be fly, flashy, and flamboyant. So the men that groomed him taught him the ways of this. So now as George come through the ranks, he ends up catching his first bit, juvenile bit, that being, of course. So now when he go down baby bookings, he learning how to really do time now. Now he learning how to deal with, and he learning about other dudes from different sides of the city that's in the game as well. You might be, you got a dude over here that's steal cars. You got a dude over here that brawl people. You got a dude over here that hustle. You got a dude over here who big brother, known as a hitman. Now you learning different sides of the city, and you learning about people from different sides of the city. So now George making his connection, he ended up bumping into a little dude named Spaz. Now Spaz just becomes his right-hand man while doing time incarcerated down baby buttons. Now Spaz, he got an older brother named Pete. Pete, well-known figure in his neighborhood. He running and controlling everything around his neighborhood while only being 26 years old. So when Spaz tell George about this, he like, look, man, you know, because now Spaz already know what George is locked up for, and he already know what type dude that George is because they've been locked up together doing time. So that means they done got into a little couple fights with the East Baltimore dudes. They done got into a couple fights with some dudes down South Baltimore. You moving by your side. You got West Baltimore over here, East over here, South Baltimore over here. Granted, everybody still communicate with each other because you gotta think, you got dudes who already been doing time that done already been down here, so they already know each other. You got dudes who get money uptown. You got dudes who already done hustled and went on missions together with each other uptown. Granted, this is leading to what Spaz is trying to tell George. He telling George like, look, man, you know my brother got the way right now. Now, when I say got the way, meaning he's controlling everything around his neighborhood right now. And Spaz is telling George, look, man, I just got a phone with him. He telling me it's time to recruit some good soldiers. So Pete has given Spaz the job of, man, while you in there, see who real, see who not, see who locked up for hustling, see if they're thoroughbred, and if they is, tell him the big brother got a position for him on the team. So now Pete is trying to put a regime together uptown so he can start taking over more territory than just his neighborhood. And George all for it because George trying to spread his wings as well. bouncing back to Ben. So now at the Ben go ahead and do his thing. He done just officially caught his first body and he only 15 years old. He ain't even had the loving of a good woman yet. So now after he catches first one, he turned out. He goes back around the way. Him and the men sit down. They gather their thoughts, get themselves together. The OGs pull up on him now. When the OGs walk into the trap, of course, they ask him, y'all took care of y'all business. Ben and them tell him, yeah, man, they out of there. OG say, y'all sure? He say, man, we stood over top on them. They say, all right, this is a bet, man. Look, put two of these zannies in y'all, man. Forget that shit. Don't even let that shit play on y'all mind. Because the OGs has already been through these emotions. They know what it's like to be 14, 15 years old and you put somebody down, the emotional toll that it's going to take on you. Granted, they ain't even supposed to be promoting these to these boys, but this is the way of the streets and this is a mess. That's why I tell y'all never get involved. So now as they sitting right there, they go ahead and pop the bars back. They slowly but surely start to feel the high kicking in. Now, as the high kicking in, those emotions of sadness or regret is starting to wear off, and now they starting to get in a straight demon mode. So they sit right there, roll up a blunt, and they say, man, fuck what we did, man. That was for bro. Reminiscing their good brother. So now they get right there, fast forward to the next day, they come outside. But now, after this first body, man, Ben is officially turned out. He ain't playing no more. He ready to make his mark as a well-known enforcer in the streets. So he don't come up under hustlers and fly guys like how George do. Ben from that East Baltimore, he coming up under straight hitters and head busters. So now he's more so the muscle of the block. He more so muscle in the town. He hanging around men that's catching bodies daily. They trunking dudes. They robbing dudes. When they taking hits. These are the type of men that are grooming Ben. You get what I'm saying? Comparison to George, who coming up under fly, flashy, laid back, smooth talking type dudes. These dudes is grimy and cutthroat, but they raising Ben under 100% man time morals, but they grooming him to be a gladiator, a warrior. Take what you want. You ain't got to earn. If you don't feel like earning, you go out and take. And this is the mindset that Ben is starting to develop, and this is how he start to carry it. But where it get tricky is when you turn a person into something, they start to evaluate you. So now as Ben is growing up, coming through the ranks, he end up going down baby booking as well around 16 years old, catching his first little juvenile bit. Now he do a year in placement, but like I tell you, Ben is an aggressive little boy, so he getting bounced around from facility to facility. He gets put out of baby bookings for hitting a dude in the head with a lock. He get put out of Hickey School for hitting a dude with a pen. He get put out of the Eastern Shore institution for beating a staff member up. They send him back down, so he getting bounced around from institution to institution. He not like a George. He not like a Phil, whereas though they are able to be laid back and go ahead and do their time. So I'm giving you guys a picture of the type of character that Ben is, man. So now after Ben finally gets settled down at the notorious Victor Cullen placement, Victor Cullen is like a placement for juveniles where some of the most aggressive juveniles go to. He go ahead and complete a year up there fighting, ripping and running, being the warrior that he is. So now when he come home, he got a whole nother demand in his mind because he done linked up with a partner of Victor Cullen that's telling him, look, man, you too aggressive to be up under chunks, because the homeboy that he meets in Victor Cullen, he got an OG from around his way. Now he pumping to Ben that, man, listen, I know you love your OG or whatever the case may be, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, my OG told me, man, yo was a sucker back in the day. Niggas was pumping him, and when he just did his little bit over the jail, niggas was taking everything they wanted from him. So now Ben getting this thought in his head like, what? Hold on, you telling me one of the good men that I come up under, he not like that, and I'm out here putting my life on the line, walking in this way that he taught me, and he not even living like that? All right, that's the best sort of little dude that he meet out Vic. Tell him like, look, man, when you go home, you might as well put your little squad together because I'm ready to do the same thing up my way. Put me a little team together and we ready to take the big man down, man. Get your out of the way so we can go ahead and take over, man. It's the young boy turn now. So now what he basically telling Ben is like, look, man, we ready to get the old heads out of the way so we can go ahead and put structure in order. Boom, that's just what it is now. So now Ben right there looking like, damn, man, who the OG that just told you about my OG? He like, no, that's my dog right there. We talking about on the whole other side of town. He got his side, but I'm talking about on another side of East Baltimore. So boom, mind y'all, both of them are from East Baltimore, but it's many different parts. He talking about his hood, the OG that told him about Ben OG, that's just one of the good men that's from out that same area code, you get what I'm saying? But now he putting the thought in Ben here like, look, you can just go uptown, get your out the way, put you a little team together or the team you already running with, y'all can just start taking hits. So now Ben like, shit, might as well. Fast forward to once Ben complete his time, he come home, he get all his homeboys together and he put the plan on them. Now, his men not really with it because you gotta think, they been out here on the streets all this time with the OGs and whoever got the power right now. But Ben telling them like, look, man, y'all coming up under a duck here, chump. If it ever go left, he not even going to sling that iron like we is. So what Ben basically telling them is like, look, man, we got dudes coming home every day, or we got young people that's trying to jump off the porch every day, and they already look up to this chump. So if we let him get too much power and get too many people up under him, by the time we make a move, or if we try to make a move, he gonna have too many people that's backing the move, or that's gonna be against us. If we move now, why it's just us, everybody that's jumping off the porch, or everybody we feel as though that's a thoroughbred, we can go ahead and recruit them, and now we can be the muscle. This is the way that they thinking. Now, Ben homeboys and them sitting there looking like, man, I really don't know. So Ben say, man, fuck it, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the underboss, right? And if I knock you off, y'all going to back my play with the big man? They say, hell yeah, because now they want to just see if, man, Ben, if you go, we going to go. But we ain't just trying to be being used. You saying, all right, we all going to go. Then we going to have to let off shots while you dictate and try to boss us around. No. So now what Ben saying is, look, fuck talking about it. I'm ready to show y'all how serious I'm is. So now Ben puts the plan together. He ready to knock the underboss off. Meaning just the big fella best friend for real. You know, around the way you gonna call you the underboss. Because you know that's his right hand man for real. Anything go left, everything gonna go to him, or whatever the case may be. So you always call whoever the boss man is his best friend. That's the underboss, as long as he's active in the game as well. Fast forward to the next night, Ben suit up. Now, when Ben suit up for real, he know that the underboss for real, he like to hang at one of these little night bars that's about 6-7 blocks away. So as Ben waiting for nighttime to come around, he parked on a block at the top of the street. He's sitting right there while the block operating regular schedule program. Now the underboss dude jumps in the car. He shoot around there to go get his regular shots at the bar. As he pulls around and park his car, Ben done already pulled around at the top of the street around the same block that the ball going to. So as he coming up the street, Ben coming down the street. Shorty park his car. As he jump out and he comes around the curb, and he, like, you know how you got to cut through cars to come across the street, Ben drives straight down, and before he can cross the street and cut him off, Ben am out. Bum, 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 bum. Skirt. And he S's off.